it the 21st of February 1988?
88, February 21st, 1988. This
Yeah.
is Sunday afternoon.
And we're sitting
There's
here.
our friend come visit us. We're sitting around here in this tape recorder. This is some old friends of mine, some missionaries come from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. That's Shirley and Daniel Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And-
here we'll hear them sing this Cree hymn. They're talking Cree.
Okay. And once in a while you'll tell us what they're saying. Okay, Walter's got his new machine going there.
Brand spanking new, $1,000 machine.
Yeah, for $10.
$10.
kikitsaye win, nene kamon, ema metan, kikitsaye win, kikitsaye win. Christ agote, chispe meke oche, Nikamio watin kiwitahit Nikawita pati mototawa Nikawitin ikitsaiwiyan Ninikamon emamichimitan Kikitsaye win, nene kamon, ema metan. Kikitsaye win, kikitsaye win. Hoahawis patenan asete atiko eta Christ kakichistas kwati minane mosetan ene postamawat kakiyaw aiseyenewan Kichi asiti atiko Hakiki ewe kiskiseya Jesus ni kapimete sahwa Isko yatski sekaki Asete ateko atawe takoso metone ninachipeteko mantowe kosesan nagata mespeme wanete pesawene kese Kichi asete ateko Kagiki ewe kiskeseya Jesus ni kapimete sawa Esko yatski sekaki Asete ateko hocheka womeho emio metone etama Jesus ke akoche ene postamawe pone tamne machete wena Kichi asete ateko Kakiki ewe kiskiseya Jesus ni kapimete sawa Esko yatski sekaki with thanksgiving, make you and kiss Kokochi. Oh, Mama Scotch with thanksgiving, manto osagi wewe. Jesus be weke mawe ha, netaya beta kwe mo win, ne miskin sa we takso win, manito o make win. With us given, make you and kiss Kokochi. Oh, Mama Scotch with us given, manto osagi wewe. Ita kwa me wa sikaski, wa ya o teke wa patena, kota we na pe ho e kote, ke wa we se tama konana, e kote. Fatima, kana kis katona na mina, ekote, Fatima, kana kis katona na mina, kawichine kamo manawa. Asay kami we mochi, na mawe kats mina ekote, kanane kate ye monana, ekote, Fatima, kana kis katuna. Mina ekote Fatima kana kis katuna na mina kota wina wisbe mikia kami anaw na nas komoe Magiti magiimi koya, esa weimi koyak mosa, ekote Fatima, kana kis katuna na mina, ekote Fatima, kana kis katuna na mina.
What's that
Okay,
there,
now-
Walter?
So you're showing me your pictures of your family here,
Yeah,
Mary?
my dad.
There's my sister's kids that
Oh.
died down in Houston, Texas.
They're good-looking kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
Here's some looking
She
brown.
just got married last year, eh, Walter?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one got her marriage.
Right after New
She
Year's.
really
Yeah.
looks nice in her marriage outfit.
Yeah. Now this is a picture showing some
This
beaver
is my dad.
with some beaver hides.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad and his
Yeah.
brother.
You resemble him. Yeah. And that's your brother.
No, that's my dad's brother.
Oh.
That's my uncle. He's older than Dad. He's
Mhm.
older. He's small too. My dad is bigger than him.
Where was this up at Peace?
Hobaska, Alberta.
Wabasca.
Yeah.
And they were trapping beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, did they get many beaver in there?
Oh yeah, they get about 50 at a time, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You get lots of beavers down
Oh,
there.
that's
they got
hard
a good
work.
trap line. I don't know how many lakes my dad's got on his trap line, so is my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Their trap lines are joined together, you
That
know.
old mine are dead. Good friend of mine.
Her dad was a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
his name?
William Osey.
William Mosey.
And this Jeremy Osey, my uncle.
Yeah. How do you spell the last name?
Auger, it's supposed to be Auger, but they say it Osey. I guess long time people they just
Mm-hmm.
pronounce their names the way they are.
Yeah.
Supposed to be
In
Auger.
English, if you ever saw it, you'd say auger, but it's Ozzy.
Yeah. Did you ever scrape any of those beaver hides?
Oh yeah.
What a job, huh?
Yeah, really. On their neck is stuff. On
Yeah,
their neck,
on the
just like
back.
a moose hide.
Yeah.
You know, moose is hard to take the
Take the flesh off. Yeah.
out of it in the neck.
Well, no.
That's the tougher. Because I guess they haul these logs, you know, they put them on their necks, these
They
beavers.
do? They do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they're tough in the neck, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah, they haul their logs, just like a person.
Right
You
over
haul
their
them
shoulder.
Over their shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
That's why their neck is hard to get the flesh out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my oldest daughter and her husband and her kids.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
my oldest daughter.
Right there, yeah,
That's
with
her
the
family
sunglasses.
and her husband.
Yeah.
This is all their kids.
Oh, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
13.
13 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walter first saw my son-in-law. Who's this young boy running around here too? He looks young, eh, Walter?
Does he?
My
Or-
son-in-law.
First time
The
I
first
met
time he saw my son-in-law.
When I met him,
Uh-huh. Well, you had 12, did you, or 10?
Yeah, 12.
You had 12 and she had 13.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
thought he was one of Ruby's boys.
Son.
Yeah.
No, daughters.
that's the time only John was the only boy she had.
Yeah.
She had mostly girls. She only got 2 boys,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest is girls.
I was going to ask John, is that must mean daughter in Swedish or no?
Rognell, yeah.
I think maybe that's Esther is a daughter. Daughter. It must be daughter in Swedish.
Maybe, yeah.
It costs lots
Good.
of money, John, to get these enlarged, see?
Oh,
How
yeah.
much is these did I pay?
$14.85.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But then it's worth it, you know,
Yeah.
my dad. I'd like to
Yeah.
get a picture
Yeah.
of him this
Yeah.
trapping time. Their trap.
Well, he's.
Their trap. Where
Is your
they
dad
live
still
in.
alive?
Huh?
Is your dad still alive?
No, he's dead. He died February 24th, 1986.
Oh, well,
Going on 2 years now, not
Yeah.
long ago.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I still can't go to the hospital where they kept him, auxiliary home they call it, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
There's a nursing home, the ones that cannot help themselves, and there's the hospital, the main hospital, and then the auxiliary, that's where they wash their faces and dress themselves and they walk around.
Mm-hmm.
The other nursing home is they can't look after themselves, they gotta be looked after.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a hospital, but then that they call that nursing home because there's women's just like nurses, they look after the patients. You know.
Did you work in the hospital there too?
No, I didn't work there in that Peace River Hospital, but I worked where where I was raised up in Sisters Hospital, you know,
Yeah.
Catholic
Yeah.
Catholic
Uh-huh.
hospital. Sisters looked after us. They're rich, them Catholics. I thought we used to be poor when we were Anglicans, and the minister used to say, "Oh, it's no use to be rich kids," he said. As long as we survive, we're not rich. Our church is not rich. That's the Anglican where we were raised up. This is okay as long as we have God to give us something to eat and take care of each other. These women that take care of you, they really think you're just like their own kids. You know, the women, they look after us. You know, they really take good care of us, and they teach us whatever they can. And it's good to be nice to them. And sometimes, but a child gets naughty, you know, gets mad and get miserable. And but You know, when you treat them nice, they treat you good too. Which is, I'm not sorry I was raised up in a mission. Look, my other sisters, there were 5 of us, 4 sisters I got, just one alive now. No, there's 2 still alive. And my other sister, she died. There were 4 girls in our family, and one of my sisters, she died when she was just 16, and my brother, he died when he was around 42 years old. And just one boy, we had only one brother we had. And I raised my little sister. My mother died of TB. That time they didn't have no such a thing as TB hospital. My mother, she died of TB. My grandmother, my mother's mother, she died of TB. And then my mother, she died of TB. And then I had TB. And then I had 2 of my kids had TB. And then my grandchildren. It all come like that, you know, my little grandchildren. One is in the hospital right now, my grandchild. He's got TB in his lungs, you know. But my daughter said she's doing okay now. She's a lot better now. I think she'll be better in about a year's time. She's been there about a year now, a little over a year, she said.
So is that quite common among the people up there?
Yeah, I think so, you know. I don't know what for it comes when it usually gets hard on the Indians. Maybe they don't look after
The
themselves
French,
that good like
brought
white
it
people,
over,
maybe.
and the Indians caught it from the French people when they
The
come
French,
to Canada.
the traders, the trappers.
Yeah.
They brought it.
Originated from France, the disease,
Oh.
the TB disease over
Yeah.
the Northern Indians.
Yeah.
And,
But there was
French are
no
very,
resistance to it, right?
No.
No resistance.
Me, I had TB in my spine and in my left lung. Quarter holes in my left lung, 3 of them in my left lung. And I weighed only 50 pounds when I landed in the hospital. And I lost all my blood, just about lost all my blood. I used to have a nosebleed and, you know, and
Boy.
and then
cured
it
though,
was
huh?
my own
Good.
fault, you know. I thought I couldn't have my baby in the hospital. I was in a family where we were x-rayed right after New Year's, and then I thought not even a week after I got a letter that I got to go to the TB hospital, I got TB.
Oh, boy.
I didn't go. This was in January, February, March, April, May. I had my boy in May, May 30th. And then May, June, July, August, September, I couldn't walk any longer. I couldn't even walk a little bit.
You were so weak.
Yeah,
So
weak.
weak,
And
yeah.
my baby, he won't nurse. He wouldn't nurse. And my husband was working till midnight, sometimes till 1:30, thrashing, you know, in the fall. With horses, you know, they have horses and they just thrash. And my husband come home about 1:30. I told him that I put all the other kids to bed. They give us a house to live in, their old house, the farmer where my husband was thrashing for. They go from one farmer's place, you know, they go all over thrashing.
Yeah,
for
as a
everybody.
team, sort of like a group
yeah,
of
they
men.
take all the teams
Yeah.
and he come home about 1:30. I told him that I put all the kids to bed. I give them their supper, I said, and I asked him if he wanted to eat. No, we had lunch before I come home, he said, and I'm not hungry, he said. And I told him the baby won't nurse, I said, and I can't walk no more. I can't even walk around, I said to him. And he said, oh, I'll run back. It's about 3 miles. You have to run back, you know, because all the horses are put away, you know, for the night. And he had to run 3 miles to go tell the boss. And we were out in the bush, like, you know, because that was their old house, the farmer where he's working for.
Yeah,
Their
he's
old
staying
house. They had a
there.
new house.
You just like
So,
poisoned up.
He ran over there and they come in a car.
Took
And
you
he
to the
told
hospital.
me, get ready the baby and you get ready too. I'll take you to the hospital. I'll go ask my boss to take us to the hospital. As soon as I got there, doctor came running in and he had to call the doctor. My doctor come in. He said, are you Mrs. Merrier? He said to me, I said, yes. Did you get any letters from the TB hospital? that you're supposed to be gone to the TB hospital a long time ago. He said, no, I didn't get them. I told him, I got them. I must have got them because he said they never went back, your letters. You must have got them. He said, oh, that's too bad. He said, I'm going to send you to the TB hospital in the morning. He said, you're just going to stay here overnight. This was about, I guess, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then the nurse, the doctor told him, he said, give Mary a needle and put her to sleep and take her baby and put him to bed and get everything ready for her. I'll be here in the morning. I'll sign up the paper for him to, he had my husband sign, asked him if it's okay to send me, doctor asked him if it's okay to send me to the TB hospital. So my husband said, you might as well go. He said, if I had went right away as soon as they sent me that, I would have stayed only maybe 4 months or maybe 6 months, you know, I would have got better. But this time I stayed 2 years and a half.
Oh,
And then
boy.
you know, the orderlies, there's men, they work there, they help the doctors.
Yeah.
They hold my head and my legs together. 4 of them, they hold me. Because the needle they give me right where your bones join together in
Yeah,
your
in the
spine.
back, in
and
the
your
back, yeah.
needle right in between there.
Yeah.
And if you go like this, you break the needle, you know.
Uh-huh.
And that just as soon as doctor told me you got to lay flat 24 hours. If you don't, it goes in your head. That's how strong that medicine
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And you lose your mind, he said.
Oh, yeah.
You know. You got to either listen to me or if you want to disobey me, it's your own fault, he tell you know, before he gets you the needle. So I told him, I want to get better. I want to go back to my family, I said, and I don't want to come and die over here and lose my mind. I told him, I'm going to listen to whatever you tell me. I told him, I want to get better. Okay, he said, then tomorrow morning, he said, we're going to give you the needle. And you don't have nothing to eat in the morning from after midnight, just like when you're going to have operation, you know. I didn't have nothing. The nurses, he had a sticker on my bed and my door there.
No
not to
food.
give me nothing if I'm thirsty. They're not to give me nothing to drink. Next morning they give me about 10:30, I guess, to give me the needle. Oh, did it ever hurt, you know? And then they lay you flat, 24 hours. They give you a little drink, you know, you get thirsty. In a straw, they give you a little bit of water just to cure your thirst, I guess. 2 years and a half I stayed in there. When I first got up, just like needles in my feet.
You had to learn to walk again.
Yeah, the nurses used to.
Just like a baby.
Yeah.
I had to learn to walk.
Yeah.
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 I wonder if you could tell me something, Mary, about, did you ever go out on the trap line? Or?
Oh, yeah. I
Could
used
you-
to trap, too, when I was healthy that time before I went to the TB hospital. After I went to the TB hospital, I couldn't, I wasn't as strong as I
Oh, yeah.
used to be.
Well,
I
what
used
did-
to go trap line with my husband. I used to shoot moose,
Did
just
you
like
shoot
a man.
moose?
Yeah.
Did you shoot a moose?
Yeah.
What did you use?
I got my own 30-30.
You had a 30-30.
He had my own man, he got his own, and I get a repeater, and I got
Yeah.
a shotgun, you know.
You had a 12 gauge?
Yeah.
A 12 gauge, yeah.
Mhm.
So how many moose do you think you got?
I killed about, must have killed about six,
6.
I think, yeah.
And then you cleaned them yourself?
Yeah, I got my own horses, a team of horses, my dog team.
Yeah.
I had my own dog team, I had my own horses, my husband had
Yeah.
his own. We go separate, our trap line goes like this, you know.
Yeah,
and
spread.
our houses, trap line,
Your
takes
cabins?
a day, you know, you walk, you go to the trap line, a day's travel, there's a house.
Uh-huh.
And another day's travel,
Another house, yeah. Well,
You
it's
have
so
everything
cold.
there, wood all split and everything,
Yeah.
you know.
You do that in the summer.
Yeah, you have to cut your own, you know, green wood, you know, and then you dry them and
Mm-hmm.
you haul them to your house there. You got you have a big yard. We got a big yard. We clean it. We chopped all the trees where the house is, you know, and we make a big yard. Because for the horses too, we
For
put the
grass.
horse- yeah.
For grass, hay, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then we have our own hay. We have hay up there in the trap line. There's lakes there. we made ourselves a pasture, you know, where the
Oh, yeah.
hay is
Yeah.
around the lake, you know.
Yeah.
We buy
Slewgrass.
hay from the farmers too, and oats, you know,
Yeah.
from the farmers.
Yeah, the
In the
oats.
fall, we get a whole bunch of bales of hay, and you know, and
Well, oats is
Oats.
important when it's real cold, right?
yeah,
And you have to work your animal.
yeah.
When you're working them, you feed them oats.
You know, but then you got to. The main thing is to take care of your horses, and they like to eat too, 'cause they got to work like you have to work and eat. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing within the world of our animals. Like,
You took good care of them.
yeah.
Did you ever shoe them?
No.
You never shoed your horses,
No.
no. Well,
we
they were.
take it to somebody else to shoot it when something wrong with our horses, you know, or animals, or
Yeah.
dogs, or if they get
I mean,
sick.
shoe. Put shoes.
Oh
Horseshoe.
yeah, I never did myself, but my husband did.
He put the horseshoes on.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't mean shoot.
yeah, shoes, yeah,
Yes,
horseshoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
So-
husband, they used to come bring their horses. Everybody used to come and bring their horses. We used to go there, stay 1 week. We put our traps away, you know, and our snares, and then one
Did you
or
hang
2
them in the
weeks, and he
trees?
has to go there and horse all the horses up. You know, all our neighbors, you know, the ones that live around there, they all bring their horses there, and they pay him for
Putting the
that.
shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, could you make a living?
Hmm?
Could you make a living with your trap line? Could you live off of the? Was there enough money from your?
No, not unless the fur is good price, you know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no, you can't.
You had to do other jobs.
Yeah, you have to do something different too, like. you
Yeah.
know.
What was the best thing you ever caught? You remember?
Well, what you call those, Walter? We didn't get too
Martin.
many of them. Martin, yeah.
Martin is
yeah.
the nicest fur. It's
That's the
nice to
nicest
have
fur
clean,
you can
know,
get.
and
But then you feel sorry, you know. Lots of times I used to lay asleep at night after I come home with my fur, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to say to myself, in a one way you're mean to the animals, and I talk to myself, I talk like I'm talking to God. In a way it seems mean to kill all these animals, but still we got to have something to live by, you know, to support our kids, I used to say.
Well, the animals kill other animals to eat, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The marten catches squirrels, right?
Yeah.
He eats the squirrels, yeah.
And one time I got up real early in the morning. I had my little baby was small, and I didn't trap that winter. And I look out the window, the dogs, they were barking. And I look out the window, our water hole where we get our water, you know,
Mhm.
where the horses get water too. And I see standing over there, and it was getting daylight already. You can see it was getting daylight. And I tell my husband, you get up. I said, the horses are loose. I said, there was 2 standing there in the water hole. And I said, they can't be loose. I make sure they were tied up good. He come out and he got my binoculars, you know.
Yeah.
There was 2 moose standing there by the water hole, come and drink water.
Yeah.
And he stand right outside the door there, shoot at them. He got both of them.
You got the 2 moose.
Yeah.
So you had your food for the winter.
Yeah.
That's
This was
easy.
around, must have been around before Christmas. Just before
Yeah.
Christmas.
That's an easy way to get a moose, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't
They
have
come
to.
and drink there in the water hole, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
moose meat, though, you eat a lot of moose meat.
Do you like moose meat?
Oh, yeah, I like moose meat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get good butcher moose, you know.
Yeah.
You get an old skinny bull or something, they no good to eat.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't taste good.
It is like a tame animal. You gotta have 'em, you get good choice beef.
What's the best time to get a moose? I suppose in the middle of the summer, or
No,
early
in the
fall.
fall.
In the fall is
yeah.
best.
And you're right this time too, this March or February,
killed a
March,
dry
you
cow
know,
in
they're really
March,
fat
that's
right
when
now.
Spangler Lake there. And gee, you talk about that's the nicest meat you could ever get. Tallow on it
Yeah,
right in the wintertime. In the spring and March.
Yeah. How do you cook moose? What's the best way to cook moose, Mary?
I don't know. I think it's good to roast it. You know, it's
Roast it in an oven.
like a beef. You know,
Yeah.
roast it.
A beef roast.
And
yeah.
make hamburger out of it too. It's good.
Yeah.
Hey, Walter, that time we went to Little Buffalo there, we went and visit. We got some hamburger steak for
Yeah, that
Lunch.
lady, she really made nice
taste good.
hamburger. Really tasted good. Best meal we had in the whole north there.
Yeah. Well,
Where
Yes,
was
we
that?
did
I
a
was
dry cow in March.
that
What?
was.
But it ain't gonna have a calf.
Yeah, right, I know what you
And
mean, yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
the nicest meat you can ever get.
Mhm. It's funny, in March they'd be in such good shape after the long
Yeah.
winter, isn't
Well,
it?
there's good feed up there.
Oh, yeah.
Up along Hockey Creek where I shot that moose.
Yeah.
It's on old Louis' line there.
Yeah, you told me about that line, yeah.
See, I trapped, I trapped the spring hunt on both them lines, one
Mhm.
spring. And next year I trapped the two lines. That's when I got all the martin.
Mm-hmm.
Martin and mink is all I trapped mainly, field mink.
Yeah, didn't you tell
And then
me?
the next year I went up and I helped Louis trap. The boys, they went broke. They were way up in the Yukon, Two Bally Lake. And they went broke, and so they had to come back and trap their lines one more winter. You know, right up in there, a big lawsuit with the airplane company. The airplane company didn't get their grub up there, and they didn't starve to death. They'd eat squirrels and I don't know what all.
Squirrels. Have you ever eaten squirrels that have been in pine trees, Mary?
Yeah, I tried some one
By
time.
God, Eric,
We
yeah,
tried
that
some,
Englishman yourself is
If you
really
clean them
good.
properly, you get all their, just like a balloon, their stomach, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You clean that real good. You just take all their. If you bust it,
You're
then
in
the
trouble.
meat is tastes like gum.
Yeah.
Spruce gum. you know?
Yeah, right, pine.
And but if you clean it just like a balloon, you just take it out and clean it out like this, and then it's just like a balloon. Then the meat is good.
Mm-hmm.
We roast some, my husband and I. You know,
They're
try
kind
it.
of like a muskrat.
Yeah.
You gotta take that. They got a kind of a musk gland on the
Yeah,
squirrel.
yeah,
And you gotta take that off. So make sure
Yeah.
you get that off the way in the spoon.
yeah. The squirrels we ate, we
Yeah.
must not have done a good job, Mary, because they tasted like pine
I
cones.
never eat the dirt.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to, you're supposed to clean them the right way.
Mm-hmm.
No, we did that too one time, and then we come to old people's. They come there and visit us, and they ask us if we had any meat. And that time moose was scarce, you know.
Yeah.
And we told them we haven't got no meat. And this old lady, her husband and her, they come visit us in the night. And we told them that we didn't have no meat. And well, we got some meat. If you want some meat, you guys can come and pick some up at the house. They said they live not far from our trap line.
Mm-hmm.
And the old lady, she said to me, Mary, you ever tried to eat squirrel? We eat squirrels all the time, even though we have moose meat, she said.
Oh,
And I
is that
told her, we tried some, but maybe we didn't clean them real too good. Maybe we didn't clean them the way they're supposed to be cleaned, I said. And she said, what do you do? She said, and I just chop it and took all the guts out, I said, and the meat tastes like spruce gum, I told
Yeah,
her. And
yeah.
she told me how to skin it. So
Yeah.
how to take the balloon.
Take
It's
it
just
all
like
out.
a balloon. You
Yeah.
just get it with your hands like this, scrape it out. Don't try and break the balloon, she said. You
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
that way it tastes good, she said. We
Yeah.
eat squirrels all the time, she said, even though we have lots of meat, she said.
Yeah, Eric Carmen, that Englishman was telling about. See,
Mhm.
he said they're really good squirrels.
Yeah.
And he's kind of fussy about what he eats, you know.
So squirrels are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I ate were gray squirrels, and they were feeding in cornfields. Oh,
Yeah.
were they good?
Yeah, I've heard guys talk about that.
That down in Minnesota.
Yeah.
We'd shoot them with our 22s, you know. Oh,
Mm.
and they were gray squirrels. They were twice as big as red squirrels,
Mm.
and very good eating. Oh, are they good fried?
Mm.
You know, fried and first fry them a little bit, and then put them in the oven. You know,
Yeah.
just fry them a little bit, and then put
Mhm.
them in the oven. Get them brown.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, my folks didn't like wild game very much,
Ah.
so I didn't get much when I was home. But
It's
after,
funny, these my kids, they're the same like that. They don't like wild meat. like they don't like fish. My
Is it?
Leonard, he don't never eat fish,
Is
Walter.
that right?
And sometimes he don't hardly eat rabbit or something like that. Rabbit, beaver. He don't never eat rabbit or beaver meat or.
Mm-hmm.
But he likes moose meat. That's the only thing he likes. Wild is
He
moose
likes the
meat.
moose, huh? How long would a moose last your family when you had 12 kids like that?
But we don't use our meat all by ourselves. Every family gets a little bit. When somebody, like my husband, kills two moose,
Yeah.
one moose goes all to all our neighbors.
Oh, I see.
Everybody
Share.
gets a little share of it, you know.
That way, everybody can keep
Yeah.
keeping meat.
And that way, if somebody, we hear sometimes they come and stop outside our place there, and they come and unload meat when somebody kills a moose, you know. Everybody gets a share of it, you know.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
That would keep people from starving, because one person gets lucky.
Yeah.
It's just luck, you know. Well, there are good moose hunters too.
Oh yes, there's some of them old guys.
They know how to hunt.
Like that old wolf I was telling you about.
Yeah.
No,
I guess that's why they call him Wolf, eh, Walter? Because he could get moose, yeah.
He was the best moose hunter they ever had in them parts.
Yeah. What was it? Can you tell me more about Wolf? What was he?
Well, I knew him good. I stopped at his place one time. I come down at Christmas time to Toboggan,
Yeah.
and so he made me a lunch. He'd always stopped at Mara's place, or our place, and we'd make him lunch. And the old guy would usually be reading a newspaper, you know, while he was eating. So I had dry moose tallow and dry moose meat and tea, good tea.
Good tea.
And God, no, it tasted good. It was cold, you know, when I was
Yeah.
traveling with the dogs,
Yeah.
going out for Christmas. And he got the newspaper, reading it just like the other old homesteaders out there. The only thing I looked at me, the paper upside down.
He couldn't read, huh?
No, he couldn't read it. The paper, yeah, he had the newspaper upside down, pretending he's reading the
Yeah.
paper while I'm eating.
So he looked distinguished, right?
Yeah.
But even though he couldn't
The
read.
Beaton boys were telling me.
Yeah.
About him. He was pretty darn old, that old man.
Yeah.
Way past 100 and died.
But even though he couldn't read, he could hunt, huh?
Oh yeah.
He could get those
Yeah.
moose. Now was he?
When moose were scarce there, you see, he lived with that. He was a Cree Indian,
Yeah.
but he lived with them beavers and there was some other Crees and Sassons. They all stayed with them beaver Indians.
Mm-hmm.
They lived at Squaw Creek
Mm-hmm.
winter or two, and they lived here and there and all over.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them died at Squaw Creek, and they were scared. They moved out. There's a lot of cabins there.
Yeah. Was it an
We had Squaw
epidemic?
Creek on the old Nelson Trail. And old Wolf, he stayed there.
He
stayed
did.
there in the shack. He said, Walter, he says, maybe die. All right, die. He
Yeah.
said, he's just scared to die.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't feel like moving in the middle of the winter, huh?
No. Well, they wouldn't live there after that. There was so many died that winter.
Yeah.
They had this diarrhea flu or some damn thing.
Yeah.
And then
John, there's something I want to show
about
you.
half of them
I
died.
bet you never see this.
Yeah.
Pounded meat.
Pounded meat.
Yeah. Made out of dry meat, see?
Oh yeah. Pounded.
Dry
That's
meat,
pemmican. You ever heard of pemmican?
Yeah. Sure.
That's what you make out of pemmican. You put lard and sugar and
Where did you bring that back with
from
you?
Alberta. Yeah, I brought this back from
Oh
Alberta.
yeah.
You take a sack of that and you can go for days out in the bush.
Yeah.
Eat that in some water. That's all
That
they eat.
pemmican.
Yeah.
And berries? Did you put berries in it too?
Yeah, you can put berries, yeah.
They got no
I
berries
didn't
in
mix
it.
that though. My daughter, she asked me if I want berries. I told her no.
And then you used to make it on the reserve there before St. John.
Boy, that
You
must
got
be
the
a lot of work.
Saskatoons,
Huh?
They'd go down there when the Saskatoons are
Right.
nice and
Yeah.
ripe.
Yeah.
And they'd shoot moose, you know, lots of moose that time
Mhm.
around Charlie Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd shoot moose and then they'd pound it up like this one and they mixed it with Saskatoons.
That must be hard work.
Lots of work, yeah. This pound it there takes maybe a whole day to get it all this fine. See, it's
Oh yeah.
really fine.
Yeah. Huh. And that's moose meat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you got a mixture of them berries, you can live on that alone, you know.
Between the two of them, yeah. Yeah. Your-
You get your vegetable fruit to see, and you get the
Mhm.
meat and
Mhm.
everything to be healthy.
Mhm.
Get
Did you
that.
carry that on the trail with you, Walter, so that you'd have it?
No, sometimes I get some from the Indians.
Yeah, but it was lucky if you got some, huh?
Yeah. No, I never made it. I never
Yeah,
traveled that
yeah.
way. Actually, where I was, not out in the bush anyway.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
go way
right.
up in the Yukon someplace, then you'd be out, out in the
Yeah.
sticks.
Somebody was supposed to have found a ball of that pemmican, Mary, over at Penticton. It was in the ground. It was buried.
My dad used to make sausage in Alberta, and he'd hang that stuff up under the eaves of the house under the season,
Yeah,
on the north side of the house. And
yeah.
that sausage would never spoil.
It
No matter
wouldn't.
how hot it gets or
Huh.
keeping all kinds of weather. I don't know just how it made it, but it made it in beef guts
The
like
insides
sausage,
of the
yeah, yeah.
insides of a pig
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, yeah.
He
Did
learned how to make that, I guess, down in the South Country someplace. It wouldn't spoil,
Was it good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like
It'd be
sausage.
something like pemmican, I guess, probably.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
same,
Did the Indians ever do that, Mary? Did they ever take the insides of a animal?
Yeah,
and
we
cl-
took all the insides out, but we just cooked them, boiled them.
Oh,
We'd never make anything special out
Yeah,
of it.
like
Yeah.
sausage. You never
Yeah,
make
no.
sausage, no. But
We
you'd
just-
eat the heart and the liver.
Oh yeah, we eat the heart and the liver. And
It's part of what they call a margut intestines. You take that, well, there's nothing very dirty inside, but anyway, you clean that all up, and you cut it in chunks and cook that up.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be real tasty.
Yeah, you can get that out of beef too, young beef.
Yeah, yeah. And you call it, what was the name of that?
Margut.
The what?
Margut.
Margut, yeah. That's in the front.
Yeah, you take like a sucking cow, yearling, been sucking a cow all summer,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got a big string of that in,
Yeah.
that out and
Yeah,
eat that.
yeah, yeah. Huh. Well, we don't
And the
eat
Indians, they take, when they shoot a moose, the old time Indians, I don't know whether the Indians up at Cadott Lake do that or not, but the first thing they'd eat was a very, very delicate dish. And it's the insides of the moose's stomach.
a salad.
I guess it's probably the old days how they got the vegetables.
Yeah, yeah. I heard they do that up in the north,
Yeah.
the Inuit, the Eskimo.
Yeah.
They also use the contents of the walrus and the seal,
Yeah.
the stomach. And I guess it tastes like it's in vinegar too, there's an acid in there. And so it's almost like a salad with vinegar on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they cut the moose open when they got it. And
Think
lay
it's,
down there and have a feed of
these
that.
trappers, John, they don't throw nothing away from a moose. Even the moose hide, they make the moose hide and get something out of it. And
When the
everything
moose
of
is
a
born,
moose,
velvet,
even
they
those-
eat the horns.
what you call hoofs, the
Yeah,
hoofs,
yeah.
you boil those too, and you get all that, them hard things outside, and you eat the inside, and there's
Soft.
marrow in there,
Yeah.
tastes good.
I heard it's like gelatin, like
Yeah,
jello,
mhm,
like
yeah.
jello. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess if you're hungry enough, you can eat most anything too.
Yeah.
But these were
But then
treats.
in a way, when an Indian is not that hungry, that's their habit. I guess that's the way they're supposed to live. Like our old grandfathers and all our old peoples, they teach us how to fix everything, how to eat
Yeah.
everything, not
Yeah.
to throw anything away,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
Well-
that's the first thing they tell you is when you kill a moose, you give it to everybody to eat a piece, a little bit, and that's what they tell you.
Yeah.
That's what their forefathers told them, I guess, long time,
Yeah,
and that keeps
yeah.
on going.
That's a
going,
tradition.
Yeah.
A tradition that
Mhm.
stays with you. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
them Indians around Fort St. John, Peace River, she was telling me, her son would eat fish hardly at all.
Yeah.
And they didn't eat much fish. Like
Yeah.
Daniel Assassin, I asked him one time, I was fishing down by the Blueberry River,
Yeah.
And I said, don't you ever eat fish? Nah, I think moose meat's better, boy.
Yeah, but fish is good for you too.
Yeah, but for some reason they didn't.
Maybe
go
they're
for
too
fish.
lazy to clean it. There's lots of work to clean a fish.
Oh,
maybe
well, some of
maybe
like
some of them they're too lazy to clean them.
Chicky asked, Alex Chicky asked and his wife, old Teresa,
Mm-hmm.
they used to go down by, when it's, ice is, first when it's cold in the spring, they get them suckers and they dry them and smoke them.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them eat fish, but a lot of them didn't.
Yeah. Well, I've heard this, Mary. I've read quite a few stories about the North, and they said that if you're really hungry, you can eat rabbits, but if you eat rabbits too long, it won't keep you alive. The rabbits, is that true? Like if you need fat when it's cold, and rabbits are lean. There's not much fat on a rabbit.
No, they're not. No.
And so they say in the far north, if you're really cold, you can't just live on rabbits. Same thing about fish. You got to have a fatty animal like a caribou or a moose or something. Is that true? Or?
Yeah, what is it? The moose meat? I think it's a caribou. Maybe it's got stronger meat.
But
than
then,
moose.
John, in a way, you can eat rabbit, I guess, as long as you got some like tallow, moose tallow,
Lard,
and bacon.
Yeah.
We always had a crop line there when the rabbits were not fat. We always had bacon, salted pork, and bacon and tallow, and then you cook your rabbit, you boil it for a while, and then you throw it in the oven and then roast it, and then you make gravy out of it, and really good, in
Tastes
a way.
good, yeah.
You gotta have fat for a rabbit.
Yeah,
Put bacon like
That's
salted
what I've
pork or
heard in
something.
cold. That it adds to it a lot. It makes you feel. good.
Otherwise, it's not. It's no fat in the rabbit,
Yeah. I used to catch lots of rabbits and snares on my trap line, but I used them mostly for bait because, like I said, my folks didn't like to eat them. My grandmother liked them. Oh, she thought rabbits were great, and I'd give her some. She heard I was using them for bait. See, she thought, oh, what a waste.
The rabbits, we didn't eat them in the early days up north there because they were diseased a lot. They get sick. There's millions of them. And they all get sick and die off.
Yeah,
They turn you against them kind of because they might be diseased and they have blisters inside of them.
That's right. You can't eat those. They've got tularemia, rabbit fever.
But I eat them in Alberta. There's some people, neighbors we had there, that they got these rabbits who were feeding around the bundle stacks, your green feed stacks.
Oh yeah.
The jackrabbits come in there by the hundreds, they couldn't eat a stack of feed up. They
Oh yeah.
don't fence it. Some of them had the fence, chicken wire fence around to keep them out.
Yeah.
And by God, when them things are fat on that green feed, they're really good eating. I
Are
used
they
to go
good?
over their place sometimes when the ladies have some cooked up.
Oh yeah.
I'd visit with their kids, Gee, they're really good.
Yeah. You shoot them with a 22.
Yeah, they'd shoot them with 22 mostly.
Yeah.
Well, you could trap them. We used to set traps for the buggers where they're coming around the feed. You scatter off to one side. You scatter a little open bundle around. They set your trap in there, and pretty soon, wah, wah.
Oh
Watch it
yeah.
get
Don't
caught.
they holler?
Yeah.
Those rabbits really holler when
Yeah,
they get caught.
Really,
Ooh.
really cry when they get caught.
Yeah. So you'd run out there then.
Yeah, they'd run out and kill them.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever see prairie chickens come into stacks too? I heard prairie chickens.
Yeah, they feed on the bundle stacks. Too.
Yeah.
I had them right up there at Fort St. John. They come in and feed
Yeah.
off the feed stack.
Yeah. I guess prairie chickens are good year round, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're good when they're fat. If you get them when they're
In the
cold,
fall, they're good to eat when they're fat.
All these animals, they're just like tame animals. You're gonna have them in good butcher shape to get the best eating out of them.
Where did you get that purse, Mary? I've been meaning
Which
to.
one? This one here?
Yeah, that's.
We made those in the TB hospital.
You did?
Yeah, we used to make them in the TB hospital. I didn't make this, but we made this kind in the TB hospital. When
Little
we were
saddles.
In the TB hospital.
Yeah.
But this is expensive. This here leather, oh, it's expensive. Nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Too expensive. And now of all the work you do to make purse like that, and if somebody don't want to buy it, they think it's too much.
Well,
I paid only 35 for that, eh, Walter? Did I pay 35 for that? She won 50 for it, that lady.
She's an alcoholic down there in Headley. So she
Well, I'll
she-
bet you there's $20 worth of materials in it.
she
Yeah,
wanted,
more than that.
she wanted
That
liquid
little
rice.
piece of pie, it's about $100, that leather. And this year stripping, this year around, you know the one around
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
That costs lots too, boy. They just,
That lace.
yeah, the
yeah.
lacing. And all these little things, these little buttons, you know,
Yeah,
them
yeah.
buttons there and all
Sure.
them little things, fancy little things there. Oh, they cost lots of money. They sell them in the hospital in a canteen where we stay in the hospital. They have a little store there. They have all kinds of these stuff. You just buy
Well, it's a
them and-
perfect little saddle. You put that on your little dog over there, and your grandkids could ride on him, right? He wouldn't like it,
Yeah.
though.
and
There's
she-
a hinge on there and everything.
Yeah,
right?
it's handmade.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a perfect saddle purse.
See, they got a door
It's
hinge.
lined and
door
everything.
hinge on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they have to be strong.
Yeah, she said she paid. I believe her. She said they cost about 125 when we have made them in the
Yeah,
TB
there's a-
hospital. But you know, these
You
big
might not
shots,
pay
they
that
come
much.
there and buy stuff from the little store. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care how much you, because there's lots. They know there's lots of work, and
Yeah.
you got to have your money's worth. You know,
Yeah.
just like Sears, your money's worth. They tell you Sears.
Well, did you get that in Caramias?
No, yeah, no, that's where that lady from Italy. She lives in Italy.
Oh, I see.
She's alcoholic. She would drink money, and she wanted me to buy this for 35. She wanted me to pay for it, and then so I give her $35. She said she paid 50 for it. I believe her, but
Yeah.
them ones, that kind, we sell them for 125 in the
Oh,
TB
sure,
hospital.
sure.
Yeah, cost lots of money. This here little things, these are expensive little things, and this and
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, medical leather now is expensive.
And this here, these little buttons, you know.
Yeah, those little
Rivets,
rivets.
whatever you
yeah.
call them.
Rivets, yeah.
And this is really expensive. This year you got to make sure you do the straight line here and braid it. You know.
Uh-huh.
That's
uh-huh.
lots of work.
Yeah.
Then you got to sew this here around here. This here like this. This
Yeah.
is hard to sew. You know, this here.
Heavy leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good job. Boy, that's a good job. That little miniature saddle.
And this is here you carve this yourself too. That's quite a bit of work. But you got to be up and around to do that, because you have to sit on the table. They got to work benches there, you know, and right in the hospital they have men and women. They get there together and they take turns. One day you got to sign up when you're going to make something like that. You got to sign up, and here one day they let you on another one next day. You know, you can't just go there and do whatever you want. You got to sign up. This is altogether cheap. This
Yeah, but the leather isn't cheap.
I don't know what this is, Walter. This is not leathery. I don't think.
It's probably not real leather. This ain't leather there, that's for sure. It could be split leather sold on this, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
It's imitation leather, I think.
Well, I've always found this, you know, when you make something by hand, you hardly ever really get back what it's worth, because, you know, you've put so much time in there.
What did you pay for this? You put in
50 cents in that new thrift shop there.
In downtown?
Yeah.
Oh.
Couldn't go wrong for 50 cents hardly.
Not hardly, Walter, I agree. Yep.
There's another one I got here. I'll show it to you, John. That's 50 cents too. That was from Jeremias there.
Oh, yeah.
Another purse here I got from Jeremias there church.
Can I see the little saddle one? That's a cute little guy. Yeah.
You can tell the leather when you just by the sound of it.
Yeah,
The leather kind
yeah,
of squeak
yeah.
to it,
It's
you know.
got a squeak.
This here stuff is imitation leather.
Yeah, yeah.
Plastic.
This
Boy,
is really nice one, John. See?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks like it might.
That's really nice. That's 50 cents too in Jeremiah's church store there.
Mm-hmm. That looks like it's leather. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You like
right.
purses, huh?
Yeah, I get all them, try and get all kinds. I about 50 of them. I watch the whole
She got a
big box
bunch
full
of
different kind of purses. When I
Yeah.
get tired of them, I put them away.
little down there in trail. I don't know how they got their purses, but she'd every once in a while she'd give Mary a purse when they're brand new, eh?
Yeah,
Or they, I don't know.
maybe she shoplifts. They go over to the States once in a while.
They might
Maybe
have
she
a
gets
thrift
them
shop.
cheap at the States, eh?
Could,
Probably,
yeah, could.
Probably
Yeah.
a second-hand store.
Yeah, well, probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
But they're just like new, eh, Walter?
Yeah.
She gives me, that woman.
Yeah, that's a beautiful little saddle.
We didn't see her last time we went down. This last time we went down.
Boy, this thing is well made. This is really well made.
Mm-hmm.
That is a beautiful.
Yeah.
Lots of work.
Oh, yeah.
We're super
Have you ever
good.
done
That's
any of that?
$100.
Have you done leather work too?
Yeah, I did some in
When you were in the
I
TB
forget all
hospital?
about it now. I don't bother with anything like that now. Too much work. It's too expensive.
They
That
keep,
there leather is
TB hospitals,
expensive.
They keep them working, you know, to keep them occupied.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
Helps. You get better faster if you're busy like that. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know whether your dog felt it would be a good idea to have that on him for a saddle. No. Look at they're playing.
Yeah.
The two of them are playing.
Yeah, he plays with Tiger. He
Yeah.
play rough sometimes. This is his favorite though, this old mama cat.
Yeah.
She was just about 6 months old kitten when he was about 3 months.
Oh yeah. So they grew up
yeah, they
together.
kind of grew up together.
They
Yeah.
grow up
First she'd
together.
tap him on the nose.
Look at the one's licking the other one,
Yeah.
cleaning off its head. Yeah.
Oh, that kitten bothers this old cat a little bit sometimes. He run over and growl at him, you know, make
Oh,
him
yeah.
leave her alone.
Yeah.
Guards her.
Well, I think I better be rolling along. It's getting pretty close to 5 o'clock already now.
Yeah.
Did you make some coffee?
Yeah, make some coffee for him. There's some jello there I made.
You
Up
make
on
some
the
jello?
freezer.
Oh, yeah.
Give you a brand muffin and coffee.
Oh, gee. Well, maybe I can stay a little longer then.
Yeah. While Walter's gonna make supper, lunch.
Yeah.
Dad wash my
snack.
hands. Hey, Dad wash my hands before I cook for you.
No, you don't. We're gonna hear some more of Mary's, your Cree Indian friends, missionaries,
Yeah, missionary.
and they're gonna sing some more of the
Bill and Shirley Jackson.
Bill and Shirley Jackson, right? Okay. Did you know them a long time?
Yeah.
Old friends.
When I raised my kids, they used to come. We had Bible camps, you know, in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Every year they used to come
Mm.
for stay about 10 days.
Oh yeah, my Redeemer lives, right?
Jesus kita oge mau hete pese
Gets me sleepy when I play that.
Oh yeah. Good thing you're not driving them, huh?
Yes.
was kami kaaski we kita oge
They're Indians, but they're different tribe of Indians.
we agama we mustawa mina kita mamichima howe howe katoa pa kita miyo kiswatama onanato kokiswewa nikamoa sakiwewe mina apetawa sit highway behind. Kakwitamak sa wima. Taguameko moskitiwa Emmanuelos beka Eko taho matsatisak kita ikihawak Nitap within Jesus ninipos tamat Ekwa kisigin ang homiko niya kapigilin Himotis iwapata iotsinewata Nistaata nasvitawak Christ nikanatsihin Nitap within Jesus ninipos tamat Ekwa kisigin ang homiko niya kapigilin Maya chikos kanipian sokatakineko Istakro katapuita kita pimatsihan Nitap within Jesus ninipos tamat Ekwa kisigin ang momeko niya tapigilin Aspin kaki wapataman umakapikak sige Amaneka tipiduan ispitanipian Nitap within Jesus nini Kaspi mototatin kita pakitiniya. Kiar kasukatisian anisokan mawinan. Sisikut ijinasinan ikata nagasian. Kikasawi itinan nosakwi atos kata kakiki iyamihaya iwikistaki mita. Ekwa maga kisihinan kita kipikisiya. Kipi maci iwewene kita metonisia. Isteye kako sewena emego wesia. Iese pata pistata imame cemetenan. Jesus, namaki payatos kiwe, ipaki kinamawan. Nikanane pewesinche, nagiskawaki Jesus. Ekapeya, ekastihak, eka ekikweskena. Akinwis ni matitoke, tapwe mitatama. Ni pakitene soskawa, etapa emisoya. Nikanane pewesinti, nagiskawaki Jesus. Ekapeya kekastihan, eka ekikweskena. Hawe kwa otapwe tama, aya kwa mesistetan. Mais ponetos que hace Jesus santos kawatan. Nikanane bewesisu nagiskawaki Jesus. Ekapeya kekaskihan, eka ekikweskena.
Oh, you got my letter? Yeah.
That's good right there.
Ewe, ewe, toya. Christo sati, ewe, ewe, ne, ayame hawene. Kichi ape wene. Kita ayame hana.
That's the lady I was
I've had these
capiscoste aqua, na, make na to
That's Ian. That's How do you like my singing?
Good, really good.
You got a chair
First
now?
bridge we had across the Peace River up there, Fort St. John.
Fort St. John up in there.